Hello everybody, my name is Fletcher Stump and welcome to Radioactive Inc. Well, Etch-a-Sketch is currently working the camera. We're going to be switching places back and forth as we bring you today's episode that I have been waiting to shoot for a very long time, called Beat the Heat. We finally got a gorgeous day. I mean, it is just beautiful. And we're going to bring you some tips and tricks on how to try and stay cool and avoid heat stroke, because being in the military, I know firsthand the heat is nothing to play around with. It is dangerous and it will put you down. So, what we're going to cover first is hydration. Now, a few things that you want to try and avoid are anything with a lot of sugar in it. I mean, Gatorade isn't too bad. Try to avoid pop if you can. If you're going to be outside a lot, you know, in the direct sunlight, you're going to be doing a lot of stuff. Try to avoid drinking pop or anything with sugar. Your best friend? Good old water, right here. Now, you don't have to carry around a canteen, but at least a bottle of water will do. Or just make sure that you're still drinking water. A couple cups a day, not a problem. I'm going to take a drink of water myself because it is actually pretty toasty. I mean, it doesn't hurt. You just drink a few glasses of water a day. At least when the heat's out. I mean, if it's raining, fine, splurge, have a pop. Doesn't matter. I mean, these are your basic tips on hydration itself. Now, Etch-a-Sketch is going to give you a few things more.
As I put my hand over the lens.
Don't worry, I'll cut that out.
No, you won't.
You're probably right.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Etch-a-Sketch. Now, Stumpy here told you about he told you about hydrating, drinking water, and splurging every once in a while on pop whenever it's raining out. Alright, yeah, that's not too bad, alright? But here's something you do need to worry about. Overhydrating. Drinking too much water could actually be just as bad, if not worse, than drinking no water at all. Now, if you don't drink enough water, you become dehydrated, you get sickly, and basically you wind up in the hospital or needing to drink a lot of water. Now, if you overhydrate, what happens is your body has too much water in it that it knows what to do with. Your blood cells, they can't hold together. It's too much water. It's almost like flu-like symptoms, if you will. Don't drink too much water. Use the urinary scale that the military taught me and Fletcher Stump here. Brown, you're not getting nearly enough water. Yellow, about the middle range. If you have clear, you're in the ballpark. Don't drink any more water than that. I can't quite remember what the military recommended amount of water a day was. It was something like a couple quarts of water a day. 3 quarts of water a day. Now, just drinking water and overhydrating or dehydrating, it's a start, but it's not enough. On a nice hot day, we're going to talk a little bit about wearing the proper clothing. Now, I think Fletcher Stump is going to take that from here. Black clothing. Now, if you paid attention in school, you know darker colors absorb more heat. So if you're wearing black clothing, this is getting more heat than what this will be. This is a nice shade of green. A pair of jeans won't hurt. Any darker clothing, they absorb heat. So you want to go with light shirts, like white t-shirt, pair of shorts, something like that. But if you're wearing shorts and t-shirts, make sure you're wearing sunscreen, because sunburn is no joke to play with either. I've been there, I've done that. It's not fun.
He burns like a lobster.
I do. It's kind of entertaining. Not for me, but for Fletcher Stump, because he laughs at me. Coming up next, we will be talking about what to eat during a nice hot day, because there's a lot of factors involved. Eating can affect how your body reacts to temperature. and we will be taking the camera from you now. Yes, I was talking to you. I stole the camera from the viewers.
Alright, so like you said, when it's hot out, you gotta think carefully about what you're eating. Again, try to avoid stuff with a lot of sugar in it. Sugar in heat, not your friend. It's just really not. It causes your body to process differently. It makes you sluggish during the heat. One thing that you gotta make sure is that you're getting enough protein during these hot days. You know, if you got peanut butter around, just take a spoonful of peanut butter, go ahead and eat it. That contains about as much protein as you would need to get you through the day. Now, it's also very important to remember, don't eat too much of the wrong kinds of protein. Don't eat too much peanut butter, because that's fatty protein. And when it's hot out, you don't need a lot of fatty stuff. You basically need some solid foods. Try to eat a nice balanced diet. You know, make sure you're getting enough of the food groups that you need, you know. Make sure you're getting enough meat. Make sure you're eating enough vegetables. You know, you'd be surprised what some vegetables actually do for you. They contain a lot of amino acids that your body needs, and they can even help to prevent your body from producing lactic acids. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, think of it like this. You go out and you run a mile, and afterwards, your legs are kind of sore. They hurt, and all you just want to do is lay down. That's your body producing lactic acids. It's to tire your body out so you don't overexert yourself. Now, certain types of vegetables can help your body lower the levels of lactic acid that your body will produce. Eat things like, you know, broccoli. It's not just for fiber, it helps with the lactic acid. Eat some carrots if you have them around. And, you know, go ahead and use some dip with them. It doesn't matter, a little bit of ranch dip and you're all good. Why only make it, you know, eating something plain? Spice it up a little bit. Because you'd be amazed that the ranch dip actually has some things that you need, like sodium. You'd be surprised that sodium actually helps your body to retain water. So this way you don't have to drink as much water if you're not getting enough sodium. But your dietary needs, they're very important. Try to make sure that you're just eating healthy. Don't, you know, try not to eat too much junk food. I mean, I know fast food is appealing. I go to Taco Bell more than I should. But you just got to make sure that you're eating healthy, you're keeping a balanced diet. But let's move into some tips and tricks that you can use to help yourself avoid some heat stroke or just getting, you know, way too hot. So, first off, this is called a camel pack. For those of you who don't know what it does, it holds water. It's about as simple as I could make it. This bad boy here carries about 3 liters worth of water. Now it's only recommended that you fill it up to about 2 liters due to the fact that the camelback could actually explode if it's full of water and you lean against something. You gotta make sure there's a little air in there so the water can disperse, like if you decide to lean up against a wall or something.
And carrying 3 liters of water is fairly heavy.
Yeah, it weighs on you after a little while, yeah. Okay, now, getting back to the bottles of water that we recommended you should carry. I know you've seen it plenty of times, people just take it and they dump it straight on their heads. That is not a smart move. All that does is allow the water to stay there and it will reflect the light. It will reflect the light, causing basically your head to really heat up. It's not something you should do. But if you want to stay cool and you don't necessarily want to drink the water, here's something you can do. You take a rag, just normal rag, doesn't matter. Take some water. Pour it on the rag. Got water all in the cap. Kind of bring it around and then just place it right on the back of your neck and just leave it there for a few minutes. Because this way, the water is not sticking to your head and it's not going to make you hot. The water is all contained in the rag and pressed to the back of your neck. It will actually help to cool down your head. and cool down your internal body temperature. One thing that we learned when I was going through training is that if you stuck your arms in a big old tub of ice water, it actually cools your entire body down because it cools the blood that's in your arms, and that rushes to your heart to helping to cool the rest of your body. So don't be afraid to just, carry around a rag, dump a little water on it, and throw it right on the back of your neck if you need to. It's a great way to avoid getting heat stroke, yet also cooling down your body in the right way.
Hear that, people? We give your do-rags purpose.
Don't put the rag on top of your head though. Right on the back of your neck, that's all you need it. Because if you stick it on top of your head, then it's just gonna get a whole lot worse than if you dump the water on your head.
There's a little something about the types of containers of water. I'll tell them. Now, you guys didn't really see my bottle of water. It's currently sitting on the porch. Let me go grab it. Right, now let me grab Fletcher Stump's bottle of water. Or jug of water, however you want to pronounce it.
It's a canteen.
Alright, he has a canteen here. You open it up, inside, all you see is darkness. Guess what? There's no light getting in there. Therefore, minimum amounts of heat getting into this bottle. Now, this isn't really necessarily something important, but if you like cold water, try and avoid this, alright? I got this at Walmart. Just something to hold up water. It works, keeps the water, but sunlight gets straight through it. This is gonna heat up faster than this will. And I don't know about you, but warm water does not really taste good to drink, and actually can, in some people, induce a gag reflex and cause vomiting, which will dehydrate you much faster. I don't know about you, but a good drink of water every once in a while, it's just good for your body.
We're gonna switch one more time. Alright, so to sum up, we hope that these will really help you out. We hope that you actually please take some of this advice and listen to it, because I've seen plenty of people drop from the heat.
I have.
And it's not something that you want to happen. It's very, very bad, and you actually, you feel really sad for the person, because I mean, it's grueling. You'll have, fluids running out of every orifice of your face, and orifices that you didn't even know you had. But, I mean, avoid the trip to the hospital. Please make sure that you're just staying hydrated. Make sure your food is a nice balanced diet containing everything that you need. Take a little bit of sodium in your diet, not too much. Too much sodium will dehydrate you. And please just follow some of the tips that we have for you guys, because we don't want to see you get hurt. And I know I definitely don't want to hear that, somebody ended up in the hospital due to heat stroke. I hope that you guys just take this to heart, follow these tips and tricks, and guess what? You're gonna beat the heat and you will stay cool all summer long. Make sure that you got the right clothes on. Try to avoid dark colors if you can. I know if you're like me, you own a lot of black things because, well, that's pretty much the only color you like. Yeah, I see you snickering. That was the Etch-a-Sketch, not you guys.
Don't let him lie to you.
So, I guess with that, all I can say now is, this is Fletcher Stump.
Etch-a-Sketch, at your service.
With Radioactive Inc., signing out.
I told ya I came to party.